Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about how to remove negative reviews from Amazon listing. If we start with this approach of how to deal with negative reviews, then I would like to categorize it into two types. First one is those kind of reviews which are or which can be possibly against Amazon community guideline. We need to learn about that. And the second option is about those reviews which are legit and kind of raise out an actual problem of our product, how we are supposed to deal with that. Starting from those non-relevant or kind of those reviews which are against the community guidelines, I would like to share the screen here. So here are the Amazon community guidelines. You can simply type that on Google to get this thing out. If you read in detail community guidelines, it kind of points out there are certain types of reviews. If you identify those reviews on your listing, you can open case with Amazon to point out that these reviews are somewhat against the community guidelines. And if you try it kind of 3-4 times, then in around 20 to 40% cases, Amazon can remove those reviews from your listing. You can read these community guidelines in detail, but I will like to quickly share with you what are those types of reviews which you can remove from your listing, and I will show a couple of examples. First one, as we all know, review about the seller. Amazon provides the feedback option if a customer wants to say anything about the seller. So if a feedback is being shown as a review on the product listing, like let's say the seller is uh, not fulfilling its promise or whatsoever is the feedback, that is supposed to be a feedback about the seller and not a review about the product. So Amazon, this is kind of very common example, and we all know that Amazon kind of quickly takes action if it's feedback about the seller instead of the review about the product. The second option here is shipment issue. If you are using FBA and your product is not delivered to the buyer as per commitment, then definitely it is Amazon side fault and not your fault. And if you see any such kind of issue in your review, you can open case with Amazon to sort this out. The third one is the bad packaging. Is if let's say the outer Amazon packaging which Amazon offers to all the FBA shipments buyers, if there is some issue with that packaging, that is not relevant to us. And going for the fourth option, of which I would like to share an example as well. If you feel or if you find sufficient evidence that this review can be from your competitor side, you should open a case with Amazon to at least raise the point about this review. Amazon may remove such kind of reviews in around 20 to 40% cases. And the next option is kind of the wrong product. If let's say your product is garlic press and someone has given a review of collagen peptide about your product, then you can ask Amazon to remove that case, that review as well. And the next example is about the pricing. If let's say you were offering 7-day deals or lightning deals and your product was, or a good discount option, and your product was around $20, and when the deal gets off, your product suddenly gets back to the normal price, which is around $27. And if someone posts a review about that, according to the community guidelines, a customer cannot post review about that thing. If you find any such kind of review on your listing, then you can definitely open case with Amazon. And then again, if the review has some kind of swearing words or obscene, which is kind of taunting, then you can definitely open case with Amazon about that thing as well. Then again, we also see the unverified reviews. If you find kind of unverified reviews which a buyer has given without purchasing the product, it shows up kind of the unverified review reviewed along with that particular review, you can definitely ask Amazon to remove that review as well. These kind of reviews mostly comes under this section of the community guideline, which is be helpful and relevant. If you read about the second point, the second bullet point, the customer reviews and questions answers should be about the product. Feedback about the seller can be shared on feedback, so that proves that the feedback is kind of irrelevant. And then the point that comments on a product value and sentiment price, this section, if you read this in detail, it's we can give this reference in while opening case with Amazon when it is about the pricing matter, when it is about you are offering a great deal 7 days back but not now, and the customer has purchased in those seven after the deal gets off, and he's posting kind of negative review. You can put reference of this second bullet point of the be helpful and relevant community guideline. And then in the respect other section, here comes the obscene word which sometimes people use, kind of douchebag, shitty product, crappy products, such kind of stuff. And then again, this one, the defamatory, harassing, threatening. Sometimes people use obscenities or profanity, and you can use reference of this bullet point and try your luck if Amazon helps you to remove the reviews. Similarly, you can read all the community guidelines thoroughly, or the Amazon guideline about if competitor posts negative review against your product. You can also see that in these guidelines as well. Now showing you a couple of examples. First, what kind of review these would be, just to give example of some other kind of reviews, and then I'm going to show you the method how you can open case with Amazon to deal with such reviews. Like this review, complete junk. This product is complete junk, and these are definitely not for any. This is mentioning about the product. I like to maintain the secrecy. This junk word, you can highlight this junk word and ask Amazon that this review is against the community guideline, and you should try your luck. In my case, it's kind of 20 to 40% result sometimes. If I open kind of 5 cases against these kind of reviews, I do get success in around 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5 cases. Showing you the second example, here it is the crappy word. It's crappy. You can use such kind of keyword, highlight this and let Amazon know that this is against the Amazon community guidelines. Now just going to mention about the review from the competitor. If you see this page, I have opened a profile of a reviewer, and this guy has posted only 6 reviews. And let's assume one of these product, this one belongs to my client. It has mentioned 1-star rating against this product. And then if I come to the bottom part, it has given again same kind of 1-star review for the similar product. So we can highlight and mention it to Amazon that this is most probably a review from the competitor, and we want to mention that this is against Amazon community guidelines, and we want this kind of reviews to be removed. Now I'm going to tell you how we can open case with Amazon regarding removing such kind of reviews. This is the Seller Central inside. Here I'm going to go at the help section. Here I will go for the get support option. Selling on Amazon, or browse for the issue in the menu, then product listing or inventory, product reviews here. And here Amazon has mentioned all the data which Amazon needs from us to cater the case. Here we are going to mention in bold here we are going to mention in bold removal of negative review against community guidelines. And then in the description, we are going to put the S in the title of the review, the name of the reviewer, date on the review as it appears on Amazon, direct link of the review. You can always click on the link and copy. Click on the review and copy its link, and then the required action. Here we will mention, hey Amazon, dear Amazon support team, This review is against Amazon review community guideline section number 2, let's say not relevant, and bullet point number 2. And that's why we want this review to be removed. You need to at least try 4 to 5 times to try your luck. And as I'm sharing, it's around 1 or 2 out of 5 times it works. This is how you are going to deal with those reviews which are kind of against community guidelines. Now let's come to the other part about those reviews which are genuine and which are against your product. Like, let's say your product quality is not as per the people's expectation, or people have found this product in the used condition. Such kind of negative reviews, how we are supposed to deal with these reviews? So first of all, we are going to go to the brands option, the brands, this option here, and then we need to go to the brand dashboard. After we go to the brand dashboard, we need to click here the customer reviews. Going for the customer reviews, we will find a page like this, and here Amazon will show us reviews from last 30 days. And for all reviews which have rating 3 or less than 3, Amazon is going to give us the option to contact the buyer. Just to mention here, this option is only available for brands who have done brand registry on Amazon. You are only granted half of the power, or 50% of the power, if you're launching a product on Amazon and you don't have brand registry. So it is kind of a compulsory tool, and it doesn't take more than 3-4 weeks from the starting procedure. In all the recent updates, how quick Amazon have done to complete this procedure. So just to click on the contact buyer option, Amazon will give us 2 options here: the courtesy refund, which you can do for all those products which are having very less refund rate, and the refund and the selling price is not too high. You can go for this option as a courtesy, or when you believe that yes, your product does have such kind of issue, you can go for the refund option. And for the customer support, if you think you can kind of help or facilitate your customer with the instruction on how to use the product properly, or with the guideline because they misunderstood some of the instructions or the product description or feature on your listing, you can go with this predefined template from Amazon side and click on the send button option. Amazon is going to send the mail, and you will see the page, the option, this here in the written form, you contacting the customer on this thing. Now you can wait of the message of the customer. And most of the people, they, I won't say most of the people, some of the people have opted out of the message option. You can't do anything there. But if someone has not disabled that option and you contact the buyer, it's around 30 to 50% cases. In around 30 to 50% cases, you can get the message back from the customer and deal with them in a properly, like a high quality brand does, and solve their problem and expect from them to revisit or reconsider their review rating. Definitely, as per Amazon's policy, you cannot mention that clearly that you want to that we want the customers to change the rating. It's against Amazon policy, and it's the violation of the policy. So what you can do is show a good gesture and kind of help the customer as much as possible, and expect that they may revisit or reconsider or rethink the option to change their product review on your listing. That's how it is. So if you want to scale this thing up, contacting the buyers manually, and let's say you have a good number of products and you want this to be done automatically instead of asking your VA to do it manually, you can use the Sellerize review puncher option. It's kind of very easy and handy option. Sellerize will ask you to ask you how to deal with the 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star review. If you want to select the refund option of a part for a particular SKU, or if you want to select the communicate the buyer option, you can automate those settings, and Sellerize will do all the work for you instead of you going through each and every review manually. So hope it helps, and hope you can deal with the reviews on your listing with a better approach, as this social proof kind of helps a lot in improving the conversion rate. Thank you so much.